Awesome. EasyFrame, we started out as a design firm. So what we're passionate about is making sure that the design is correct on the job site. You can ensure that that design is going to be correct over and over and over and over again, right? So I've been designing walls, trusses, floor panels for about 17, 18 years. So as we grew the business, I knew that there was a need out there in the market for design. Like, it's something that people aren't doing enough, but that industry is growing. More and more people want panels, they want trusses, they want, floor cassettes. And so 4 years ago when we started EasyFrame, we grew up to about 20 designers. And then at that point, we decided to get into our own truss and wall panel facility in Sacramento. Acquired the land, hired people, started design, getting contracts. And along the way, we got my partner, Kobe Gifford. And so we never intended to be in this business. So we built this saw to basically support our own needs. Well, we sold one down in Southern California, then we sold two down in Southern California, then we sold four down in Southern California, then we sold to NVR on the East Coast, and boom, it just blew up. So this year we sold that business, the truss plant and the wall plant side, so we can just focus on the two things of our business that go hand in hand: the design and the product that makes the design hit the job site accurate and efficient every single time. So we love to say that our process is going to maintain the integrity of the design all the way to the job site. So if you have a jacked up design, you're gonna have a jacked up product, right? So that's why design is so crucial. We're always gonna stay in that space to help our customers make sure that whatever equipment they invest in, that they're still designing it right, because it matters. So at EasyFrame, what we're doing is we're involved in both aspects. We wanna help you physically make the product and also help you make sure that the design that's going into it is proper, correct. And so we'll do consulting. We'll say, hey, this design software is, I think, good for your business, or oh, you do single family houses, you probably should use this one. Oh, you do multifamily, or you do sheds, this is the one that you should choose, right? And so we help with that whole process. So let me just walk you through this all real quick, and I'll tell you about everything we do. As you can see, the whole situation is completely modular. So everything comes in 4-foot sections, and all the parts are built to be made left to right, right to left. So a customer can actually buy a piece of equipment, sit in a shop for 3 years and change their mind, be like, oh snap, I need a room addition, right? I need to blow out my building because we're using the system, and so our business is just taking off, obviously. Little plug for EasyFrame. So they can actually disassemble the saw, put it back together going the opposite way, probably a day and a half or so, right? Okay. Which is really cool. People love the flexibility of what we're doing. Everything's modular, right? So we're not selling you just this setup, right? You can buy it without this, you can buy it shorter, you can buy it longer. You can, buy it with a chop saw version, a 20-inch upcut that's just doing 90-degree cuts, or you can buy a 24-inch blade that's doing full miters. I mean, we have a lot of different options to service every single market. One of the things that's exciting is we're not just selling to one person either. And the flexibility of our saw allows us to sell to more than just one group of people. So we have component manufacturers on the East Coast. They love what we do. We're selling it like crazy. Framers on the West Coast that are creating cut packages and setting those out to the job site, guess what? They love us too. Our saw does everything. Not just the how, but also the what, right? We're gonna also do trusses, we can do rafters, we could do floor joists, engineered wood. You can make this thing 60 feet long, you can make it 16 feet long. So, boom, there it is. We also have some nice branded water bottles. Let's walk over here and I'll show you guys the quality of the print. So this is a live deck loader. This is something where guys are gonna increase their production about 30% with this add-on. It doesn't make sense for everybody because not everybody's crushing it, right? Out of the gate. So this is something that people will maybe buy after a year or two of having our saw. Some of the guys, they want it right away. Just totally is up to you. Here's our print head right here and our interface. So everything just goes directly from the design, and we can use multiple design platforms. We would love to be as open as possible to choose whatever design platform is best for that particular customer. We don't ever want to tell somebody like, oh, you're using this design software, you suck, you can't use our equipment, bye. No, we're going to say, oh, yeah, we can make that work. We're yes people. We want to just do whatever it is that you need us to do. So this is really cool. World-class optimization, world-class organization. We're actually getting the geometry from the design files and remodeling that in our space. So if you load a truss in there, you're going to see this little truss logo, and you're going to cut those parts in those pieces. As the saw is pushing through, it's printing right here up to 4 inches. Now, what's exciting about that is a lot of our competitors, they can't even touch that, right? So they're using little 1/2-inch cartridges that they have to throw away every week because they die or they go out or they only have a little bit of ink. We have this fully sealed ink bottle that plunger goes in, no mess. Obviously, there's gonna be a little mess right around where you're printing, but that's to be expected. Okay, where am I going? So over here, you can see this is our system in here. We can get up to a 3-in-12 cut on a 2x4. A lot of guys in the truss world love this because guys in the truss plant, they're working on getting into wall panels. There's been like 70% of the truss manufacturers that walk by us always say, hey, we're thinking about getting into the trusses, right? They're already on those job sites. They're already selling to those customers that are buying wall panels for somebody else. So it's a no-brainer for them to look at this machinery, look at the services we provide, and consider getting into wall panels, because everything else around here is supported by wall panels, trusses, things like that, right? But the heartbeat of every wall panel shop, it's this saw. You can have a bridge nailer, all that stuff, but you're not building walls until you get a saw. And you don't need all, that's all supplemental stuff. This is the brains, this is the heartbeat of a wall panel plant. As you can see though, if your truss machine goes down, guess what? We can force through some cuts, you know, for a day or two until your mechanic gets your saw back up and running, but you're a full go. But at the meantime, you've got a backup option, which people just absolutely love that fact. Down, excuse me, down here, you can see how beautifully labeled our machines are. We're turning a house into an IKEA kit in every sense of the fashion. I mean, honestly, what makes IKEA successful? Their packaging, right? They have people going into the store and buying those and building them themselves. So you want to solve the labor shortage issue, make framing fun, insert technology into it, and allow more people to be able to do it. And guess what? Problem solved. Now, even though you have 70% of the labor force that we did 5 or 10 years ago, it doesn't matter because we're 150 to 200% more efficient.
Right. Makes sense.
And the color scheme is amazing. Everybody says we have got the best looking saw out here.
Can't disagree.
Right on. Right on. Any questions?